One of the great tools that you'll find in the book on my website is a letter that you can use to send either via mail or email to these online background check people finder type companies. Really powerful tool that gives them a law from the Fair Credit Reporting Act on their liability for reporting inaccurate information. But in just a second here, I'm going to show you a list of a lot of the background check companies. That's also in the book. This video is about how to remove personal information from background check companies online. Sometimes they're a background check company, sometimes they're a people finder. They're pretty much the same thing. If you've got a arrest record or a conviction in the last 10 years or so, that'll show up on these sites a lot of times. They report a lot of incorrect information. I found on one of the sites they apparently said they had divorce records on me, which is impossible considering I've never been married. But in any event, if you want to get your information removed from these companies, unregulated background check companies basically is what they are. For the most part, that can be done fairly easily. There's a couple of services you see here, Record Be Gone and Abind.com, where they will remove from the websites. That's a listing. It doesn't show the whole list. There's about a little over 30 that Record Be Gone removes from, and Abind about 25 or so for $150 versus $99. Both of them miss some of the big companies. I paid Record Be Gone to remove for me, and one of the big ones they missed I contacted. I was easily able to get them to remove the information myself. If you've had records that have been expunged or set aside, you can send them the court order, of course, always is a good way to do it if you've got that. My website, if you have such issues, will give you good information on how you can go about getting such court orders in cases where that can be done, which a lot of times it can be done. But also the way that Abind and Record Be Gone removes from most of these companies is simply by opting out. There's all this information that you see right here in front of you is also in the book you can get on my website, one of the great tools that's on there. But another way that you can do it that's pretty effective is you can just, and this doesn't cost you anything, Google background check companies, see the most dominant ones that pull up, and then make a list of those, write down the names, and then Google the name of the company plus customer service. A lot of times that will take you right there. There'll be a phone number or even an email address that you can write to. Sometimes they'll have an opt-out option. You'll see it right on there. 2 clicks and your information is removed. Some of them will require you to fax information. If any of these companies, if you're doing this and they request information, I would always send them the minimum amount required, and if there's a way to avoid sending them any information to get it removed, that's what I'd recommend, since these companies are in the business of selling your information. But a lot of it's inaccurate. A lot of the things that they post on the internet, they're liable for reporting things. It's unfortunately some landlords and some employers actually use these services. So if you got negative records, you want to get them removed. Anything that can be. Most cases you can get this done. How many total companies there are out there, I'm not really sure, but these are some of the main ones. Get those removed. That'll also remove from some of the smaller ones, because sometimes These smaller ones are under the bigger company's umbrella. So real easy to do, couple of good resources, save you some time and effort. I've also found I would be careful. I would check if you really want to get this stuff removed, each one of the sites, to make sure, even if you use one of these companies, that it gets done when you have the time. You don't have to pay the $5 or whatever they're charging. In a lot of cases, you can just type in your name and see if they pull up records. If they pull up records, well, then you've probably got a case, so to speak, to get those records removed from their website, and or you can do it by contacting them and opting out in a lot of cases. Again, if you've got criminal records, they're going to ask for a court order of expungement to get it removed in some cases, but other than that, you can quickly and easily get it done from a lot of these companies. Check out my website. It's www.christiancreditandreputationrepair.com. That's all spelled out. Thank you for tuning in.